somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the local show here on GrassRoots Community Network. Special welcome to our live audience on social media. I'm Erik Skarvan, your host. So pleased and honored to have back a guest, friend of mine for quite a few years now, but he hasn't been back in probably about 5 years. It's Kevin Joseph from Highlands Alehouse. Welcome back, Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
The owner of Highlands Alehouse.
Indeed.
Is that your full title, or do you have like a
That's it.
list of initials?
I'm just the guy.
The guy.
I'm just the guy.
Kevin Joseph, the guy, in parentheses. So welcome back, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And happy holidays to you.
You as well. Happy new snow.
Oh, happy new snow. Finally, we got some snow. It had been 11 days, according to AspenWeather.net, since we had snow. I think that was pretty much from Thanksgiving. Got some snow last night. More on the forecast this week. But the big and just in time for the big news, which is opening day of Aspen Highlands. And to be fair, Buttermilk as well on Saturday.
We can that's okay.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, though? I mean, you're excited. Highlands Alehouse at the base of Highlands.
Very.
It's opening day,
and
kind of personally and professionally, like what are your thoughts?
Shout out to Aspen Weather is 3 to 6 Thursday and 6 to 12 Friday, so that means opening powder day at Highlands.
We're holding those guys accountable.
We are. If it doesn't happen, they're going to buy everybody beers at the Alehouse.
Yeah,
how about that?
I like that. I'm going to let Ryan know about that arrangement.
Call him up right now.
So you must be super excited. What are your thoughts kind of going into opening day?
We're getting ready. We're excited about it, always bringing new things. But a lot of the same old things, not making too many changes. Being one of the few locally owned restaurants left at the Best Mountain, at the Locals Mountain in Highlands, how could we not be excited?
Right.
Just there, ready to go, ready to serve everybody.
What about as a skier? Like, what are your thoughts? Just like personal perspective as a skier, and you probably ski Highlands like I do.
98% of my skiing.
Exactly. It's only when it's closed that I might consider other mountains. This year, not. It's only going to be Highlands.
Have you been out skiing yet?
I skinned up Highlands, and I've skinned up Aspen Mountain preseason. Skinned up Highlands over Thanksgiving, which is fun, because, again, we had that fresh snow. I've not rode a lift yet. I just have a 7-day pass, so I'm going to save those for those kind of
big days,
really big days at Highlands. So,
is Highlands your go-to, though?
Oh, totally.
Must be.
Totally. I love going up and doing laps in the bowl, and I mean, it just, once I was a almost 25-year Aspen Mountain skier, but once that bowl opened up, it was game over. I mean, like a lot of locals, we shifted completely over to Highlands, the Locals Mountain. It's really been that for many, many decades under the ownership of Whip Jones. It was the kind of renegade rebel mountain separate from Ski Co. Whip was doing all these crazy events. People are skiing naked. Max Smith has talked about that.
It still has a little bit of that vibe. It's not completely lost up there.
Still, yeah.
Even though, that's what we're trying to bring. We're not trying to bring it back. We're trying to keep it going and build on it.
Right.
We're a little bit of renegades up there sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Respectful renegades.
Respectful renegades. There you go. I love that. So, like, how do you guys keep that flavor kind of at Highlands Alehouse, that kind of that local, maybe even little renegade-y?
We're lucky enough to have a lot of staff that comes back year after year. So we're hiring the guys that are there are the locals that are working there. They've been there for, some guys have been there for a decade that keep coming back.
That is
which
awesome.
is great. So it keeps that connection going.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's rule number one at meetings. I mean, you have to take care of everybody, especially the locals here. So it's just been our motto from day one, and we try and keep that going.
Right.
Build on it.
Yeah.
We get front of the house all same thing in the kitchen. We have the same guys like pretty much year after year that keep coming back.
That consistency.
So you try and keep that friendly aspect in the back of the house, front of the house, and that that culture just spreads around.
I like the atmosphere too. Like that. Some of it has to do with the decor. Some of it has to do with all those colorful tap heads that a guy from Milwaukee is really attracted to. So some of it's kind of like design and decor too.
Yeah,
correct?
We're always building on it. We're always buying new barn wood locally, and it didn't necessarily come from a barn locally, but we buy it locally, and it comes. And we put more barn wood. That's the answer.
Sounds like kind of the theme here at GrassRoots TV. We got a little barn wood.
Just bring in the wood. That's what we try and do. Bring it in.
I'm not going to comment anymore about Big Wood, but it's a family show, Kevin. So we're going to take a quick break, rehydrate. We got so much to get to. Opening day this Saturday. Guys, we're going to get you ready for opening day to Highlands. Highlands Alehouse at the base, the local spot. Local food and fun is the name of the show today. And I do want to thank Highlands Alehouse. I want to thank our other underwriters, Haiti Children. We've got Klug Properties. I still got to look at my list. Gonzo Nation. Obermeyer, sporting the Obermeyer new vest today. Picken County Landfill and Sundog Athletics. We'll go to our only break of the show, guys. It's 2 minutes. We'll be right back, getting you set for opening day at Highlands and so much more, so don't go away.
The Gonzo Foundation is a nonprofit organization created to promote literature, journalism, and political activism through the legacy of Hunter S. Thompson and is a proud supporter of the local show and GrassRoots TV. For more information, visit thegonzofoundation.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
I'm Klaus Obermeyer, and I wish you a terrific winter on the Aspen Mountains.
Locally owned and located at the base of Aspen Highlands, Highlands Alehouse features delicious scratch-made comfort food, cocktails, beer, and more. Their sunny outdoor deck is ski in, ski out. 2 miles from Aspen, they're open daily, winter and summer. Sundog Athletics, Aspen's adventure sports school, is your opportunity to experience private, all-inclusive snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and fat biking instructional adventures that will improve your safety, performance, and enjoyment.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Thanks for sticking with us here on the local show. We've got Kevin Joseph, owner or the guy at Highlands Alehouse, the place for locals and visitors at the base of Highlands. And I love Highlands Alehouse. It's got the vibe, the friendly local vibe, coming down for a great lunch or even better, opera. Actually, let's start with that, because what is your what makes people truly happy, Kevin, during happy hour? Like, what's your idea of a happy hour at Highlands Alehouse for kind of opera ski?
Good music, flowing beers, shot, anything. Non-alcoholic beverages, alcoholic beverages, just a good time. Just come with the good vibes that is opera. Ski, take your boots off, keep them on, dance on the tables, outside. Don't break any tables. It's happened before.
They said in Dumb and Dumber, where the beer flows like wine.
Exactly.
And the women flock like the salmon to Capistrano.
Exactly.
I think it's supposed to be swallows, but I think you said salmon. But kind of like that, right?
We just want you to come in and people to come in and have fun, you know?
Yeah.
And just bring a good attitude, and that's what you're supposed to do after you ski, right?
Yeah, you don't have to take off your boots, right?
You don't. You
can wear just like a ski boots, like old school.
If it's sunny, great. If it's snowy, fine.
Right.
We're ready. We're ready to go any day for opera. We're going to start bringing some more programming in and doing more live music.
Excellent.
This spring, we're working on like a spring music series and stuff like that. So
I love it.
There's more to come, and we'll start spreading the word on that.
I love that. I love that. I mean, there's always, that's the thing. It's like, bring back the new, bring back the old, like the classic staff that's been there, some of the decor, the vibes, but bringing in new things. And what can people look for, like some new things? Some new menu items? Do you guys have some new things going on this winter?
A lot of it, since we've been refining it for years, so we always keep improving what we have. So a lot of it is similar to what we've had in the past. just tweaked them. I'm trying to think of some new items. Now you've caught me off guard. We do have more vegan-friendly items this year, like Impossible Burger. We also have a veggie burger.
Nice.
We're going to have vegan chicken tenders, cauliflower wings, so that kind of stuff. So if you're more plant-based, if you want a more plant-based diet, come to the Alehouse. We'll take care of you. Always some new gluten-free items. We're like our Asian rice bowl we do is really popular.
Oh, I love that.
And that has been soy sauce based in the past. We're switching to tamari based sauce, so it's gluten-free. So really catering to anybody and everybody.
And you guys call it scratch food, like on your website. Yeah. What does scratch mean? Like, I mean, it's like homemade, right? But like, what's your kind of idea or version of scratch food?
Yeah, it means everything comes in fresh and in its simplest form, a single ingredient, whether it's the vegetable or breadcrumbs or chicken or whatever it is. And or carrot, even veggies, we don't buy anything even pre-cut before it comes in. Everything we come in our sauces, we make it in-house from scratch.
I love it.
Yeah, so no bagged anything, no pre-cut, pre-breaded, no frozen, nothing like that.
Right, processed, canned, boxed, you see that at certain, and you think about that, because like back in the day when we were skiing as kids in cafeterias, it was like big boxes and cans of, you'd see like a thing of ketchup, and it was all kind of like mass food production, cafeteria style. And you guys source your food locally as well?
A lot of it. Well, actually, one of our employees, Harper, owns Two Roots Farm down Valley. So in the summer, we get produce from her, and then she connects us with local meat purveyors and whatnot in Paonia. We try and as much Western Slope as we can. In the winter, produce is obviously a little more challenging, but we get as much Colorado produce as we can, and then local in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meats. We use all natural meats. We just get the good stuff.
And then you're also serving dinner as well.
We serve dinner. We open at 11 in the winter.
Okay.
And we serve lunch, après, all-day menu, and then we're open for dinner until 8 p.m. So we have our pizza menu, all those sandwiches, salads, bowls, appetizers, all day. We can order online. You can come in, bring your family, bring your friends. Casual place to come. But yeah, we're open until 8 p.m. at night.
So how are you dealing with, we hear so much about these staffing issues and things like that, and how do you guys address that? It's like such a competitive, employee market right now to get these employees, and kind of how are you addressing that in terms of attracting people?
It is challenging here these days.
Yeah.
I think most of that stems down to housing and then food costs these days and costs of rent, all that stuff. But kind of comes back to keeping our staff, trying to keep our staff, taking care of your staff, taking care of your people, and hoping they can survive in this valley. And if they can, usually we bring them back, take care of them, have to pay them well.
Right.
And if they have an issue, we run it like a family operation. So if somebody has an issue and maybe they have a housing issue, then, my door is always open to talk and think of ideas to try and keep them happy and housed. I think that's the key.
I think that's next level, because we all know, hey, pay people more. Hey, that's logical. People want to make more money now.
Yeah. It's not only
for various reasons,
yeah.
but more than that, right? Like a family, like you care about them outside of just as an employee, right? As a person.
100%. You have to treat, our staff, they bring their kids in, and it's become a fun thing, right? It's very family friendly. So, we do staff dinners and that kind of stuff, or go out for little staff events. But yeah, it's usually something like if somebody has a personal issue that they need to kind of work on. If it's trying to stay in the job and they have a challenge, then I'm always there. Door's always open to talk personally as well if needed.
So since we have a relationship, can I come to a staff dinner?
100%. Only if you bring your famous cookies.
Oh, well, if you make it through this grueling test of conversation, my friend, I baked for you last night. But you got to make it through. Actually, I should just kind of horse in the carrot through the interview here with the cookies. But let's drill down on that, because, to have a successful local restaurant for many years, you got to be doing some really things really right. Like, what are some of those keys to success? You take care of your staff. You keep kind of switching up the menu items and maybe modernizing, like now there is a move towards plant-based. What are some of those other kind of keys to success? Either restaurant-specific or just kind of business-specific. Say a person's like wanting to start a business here, but they're just kind of afraid to get off the fence. What would be some advice?
Usually if it's for just starting a business, is go for it. Talk to your peers. Always talk about your ideas, because you want to validate your ideas and see if people get excited about them too, which we do all the time. I like to sit down if we're planning stuff at the Alehouse, talk to my staff and friends and see if it resonates with people. So you want to do that first,
Okay.
and always, jump in and always try and start that business and start small, try and do some trials, and then keep building on that. Like I said, here we have our items, our say even crispy chicken sandwich. We're always looking to improve it, right? We want it to be better and better. Something can always be worked on to be improved. So
I like that.
That's kind of one of the messages. Like,
You're looking for
be
that
open-minded, though.
input, that feedback. You're bouncing these things
Yeah.
off people constantly and getting that feedback so
Yeah.
you can improve instead of like, well, we know what we're doing. And
Yeah.
like you see a lot of these restaurants coming in from like New York and the
Yeah.
coast. Well, we do it like this and we know what we're doing and we've been doing it for a long time. But it may not be a fit, with the local culture.
Yeah. It's
Or
for
they're
them
not
to-
really caring too much about
you really
the local
have to
culture.
learn. Yeah, and anywhere you do business, right? You have to
Right.
learn the local culture and cater to how things are done in that area. That's kind of how the world works, right?
Right.
But a lot of people are kind of deaf to that, and that's what you want to obviously cater to the community, communicate with the community. If someone comes to me and has an issue at the restaurant, like I don't want to argue with them. I want to be open-minded and hear their idea, right? So that's a lot of the success is just really have your ears open and always listen to somebody's ideas and don't be too stubborn, right?
Yeah. That's a really big...
Don't be too malleable, but don't be too stubborn, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I know as a business owner myself now for 25 years, I can be a little bit, again, kind of narrow focused, tunnel vision. I know what I'm doing. And, for the most part I do. But I think really from both my instructor's side of it for Sundog Athletics and the guest side, taking that input. Actually, we're creating a new Champagne snowshoeing adventure. Because we keep hearing this demand. Well, Veuve Clicquot was, kind of blowing up at Cloud 9, literally, with the spraying parties in the afternoon. And there's kind of this trending towards, now we'd like a champagne toast. So we're going to be doing that. And that was input, that I listened to from a couple concierge this fall. They're like, how about something really special? Maybe with a champagne toast. We're going to get the Louis Swiss pastries.
Ooh.
And I took that a little bit from Unicorn Balloon. Years ago, I had done a balloon ride with my mom, and they had a champagne toast with croissants. You've experienced that?
Nothing.
It's awesome.
Pastries and champagne in the morning after a workout.
Yay. It's like, how can I get higher even?
Even I'm in for that.
Right. It's just so much. But I think, again, open to that input, open to feedback, open to improving, open to change.
You know your business best, but always be open-minded, right? And I think the best even corporations in the world are the ones that really listen to their customers.
Right.
Or their fiercest critics. You want to hear what everyone has to say.
Yeah.
Like you said, you have to hear it with a filter, but not be too tunnel vision, right?
Right. The other thing, too, is you guys have been adapting, instead of just being a winter kind of at the base of the ski area, come on in, hey, skiers and snowboarders. Summertime is opening up for you guys. We just had a record summer and record fall for tourism. Can you tell us just kind of some highlights of some of your summer opportunities? I know there's weddings happening out there.
Yeah. In the past, we had done private events at the Alehouse in the summer, and then when COVID came around, we reopened when we were allowed to April 2020, and we showed up the day like April 15th, 2020, and we were expecting to sell like 5 burgers. Turns out there were like 300 people showed up.
Wow.
Something wild. Blew our mind. So we're like, wait. We've always wondered
We
about
might
the
be onto something.
Alehouse in the summer or spring or whenever. So yeah, then we opened that summer on the Alehouse side, and it was a hit. It was also, we have a huge outdoor space, 10,000 square foot lawn, 5,000 square foot deck. So it was perfect for COVID, right?
Yeah,
And
spread people out.
then we did it again this summer, and it was better than the previous summer. And yeah, so we're open daily in the summer for lunch, dinner 4 or 5 days a week, and then lunch every day. It's a great spot to bring your dogs, kids. It's a great meeting place. So we have, teacher happy hours there, or if people want to have a kind of casual birthday party, you just kind of show up. It's a very great, we see it as like a public space almost. You come and get the food from us and enjoy the space for a long period of time.
I
right?
love that.
You can come hang out for 3 hours. And then event-wise, we do rehearsals, weddings, private dinners, public, you can reserve a space or the whole space. And again, we have that huge lawn right at the base of the mountain.
Oh, it's amazing.
So, and then
Such
we're
a
working
great
on,
spot.
we've done a lot of live music, which has been popular. And we're going to build on that. And we're looking to start doing some music, maybe not festivals, but bigger music events up there, because I think there's a great need for it. And we have the space for it. and it's only 2 miles from downtown Aspen, even though
Yeah.
some people think it's another planet.
No, that's Snowmass.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like way out there. I pack a duffel. Like if I'm going up to Snowmass, Highlands 2 miles. Yeah, you can ride your bike out there
Right?
pretty easily.
That's one thing we're trying
What
to do.
about movie night? I remember movie night was like one of my favorite things at Highlands. We curl up in our sleeping bags and they had the big screen up.
We did
and
some last summer.
So you're gonna be okay.
We did some summer of 2020. They were good, and I think we'll bring some back next summer. We're really working on leaning into the programming a lot next summer. So music, some movies, maybe some other stuff. Maybe an Oktoberfest event we're talking about right now
Yeah.
out there. I mean, we have the space, and people keep coming to Aspen well into the fall. The locals are staying longer, so there's a lot of opportunity up there for us that we're really excited about.
The key of Oktoberfest is having those women in those dirndl, like authentic, carrying the mugs, man. Again, Milwaukee
You know.
boy knows about that. I've been to some major Oktoberfest celebrations. There's a place called the Bavaria House outside of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like mini Munich, going on. And the vibe, if you can capture that, is just...
Speaking of feedback, how would that go? Like end of September, first week of October, big Oktoberfest. Do some
awesome. We
homemade
need that.
homemade brats.
It's kind of stunning we don't have it.
I know.
Oh, okay. We got to talk more after the show.
Yeah.
We had an event at a friend of mine's house who lives in Woody Creek called Brat Jam.
Oh wow.
There's like Rock Jam or something out in Grand Junction. We called it Brat Jam, and everyone would bring in their favorite brats. So it was like this party, kegs, massive grills we had set up, and then you got to sample all these different brats from all over, and it was amazing. And we even throw in a couple Polska kielbasas, and some like other kind of sausages in there. But
Hard to be a vegan in Wisconsin.
right, it was. And these like vegan brats, let's face it, not even close, not even.
We'll have those at Oktoberfest.
That's why I
Won't
couldn't
be the
last as
majority.
plant-based. I had to I call myself a recovering plant-based dieter because I kind of went back in. But it's like wild fish. I'm a fisherman. Wild game. But other than that, it's pretty much plant-based and healthy. And as we were talking before the show, the older we get, the smarter we should be with our diet, smarter we should be with our exercise. Like Klaus, who was on a few weeks ago. Yeah, I try not to burn or eat more than I burn each day. Just calorically, we should keep
So pretty much, if
ourselves-
you hike the bowl every day, you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, another reason to hike the bowl.
So you can come have a crispy chicken sandwich every day. Have a burger every day at the Alehouse.
Okay, we're just coming up with so many good ideas here. Well, not only are you evolving with your restaurant, you're evolving in your personal life. You guys had a baby this past year.
We did.
What's it like to be a new father?
It's great. It's great. I held off for a while, did my travels, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
we really were excited to welcome her. Her name's Isabel.
Isabel.
Yeah, she's beautiful, and we really love having her around. She fits right in.
So what are the big adjustments? I mean, you hear about the sleep thing and lack of sleep and
It's true.
kind of stuff like that.
true.
I've only been a father to a couple, many dogs. Now Luna's
how well
actually
she
my
naps.
fourth, and then Sammy at home's my fifth. She's pretty well behaved, but what are some of those big adjustments?
Yeah, pretty much. Baby owns the house, right? When she wants to sleep, sleep. Especially in the beginning.
Right.
When they're hungry, they eat, and they own your schedule.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's all worth it. It's all sacrifice.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting myself into.
Right.
I'm well read. I mean, I'm just used. If I have to wake up at 3 a.m, or, my wife is up at 2 a.m. She's been a really great sport, really great mom.
Yeah.
And I try and help out the best I can. And if I have to get up at 3 and not go back to bed, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
take turns to be a team that way.
Yeah, it's all good.
And do you have one of those baby Bjorn carriers, or
Just
what do you like to do actively?
A good friend of mine just got me one, actually.
Okay.
So we're just going to start. I'd like to start taking her out for hikes and just strap her on the chest and go. We like to go. She likes going for walks. Is really curious. So
How sweet.
she's fun. She's fun.
And she's how old now?
She's about to turn 3 months on December 12th, on Sunday.
Wow.
Sunday.
Still a few years away from her first beer at the Alehouse, but it could
try.
be,
If she gets a little
something to look
fussy
forward
this year,
to.
maybe a little dropper.
Well, growing up in Wisconsin on holidays, we'd have a little sippy poo of
I've heard.
a few things, from that culture.
We'll get her on skis in a winter or two.
Yeah,
That'll be exciting.
So when do you think that'll happen? At 2 or 3 years old, or how does
Sure.
that? Just kind of see how she's doing with her
Sure.
coordination.
Maybe next winter.
Yeah.
15 months.
I've been hearing some wild stories in Aspen, like under 2 years old.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. When she's ready to go, we'll take her out.
So, Kevin, you've been involved in Highlands Alehouse for a while now. And what are some other things you'd like to share with our viewers as we kind of close up the show here today? Just in general about, you know, the ski season or life or the Alehouse or what else would you want to share with
That's
our
a
viewers
good question. Now you caught me off guard with that.
Try to come up with a couple of good questions at least.
There you go. You got me
Can't
on
all
that.
be softballs.
That's true. Now I'm like,
Anything. Could be life philosophy. Could just be like, you know,
Life
some of your
philosophy?
favorite ways that you like to live.
yeah. I mean, it comes back to like living healthy and taking care of yourself first. Always take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
I think we take that from Klaus, right?
Yes. And then you can give to other people.
Exactly. And then just, if you feel like you have good ideas, spread them to other people. Bring that positivity is key, right?
Yeah.
You have to bring that positive mentality to everything.
I think you are correct. That's the base, right?
So that comes off the top of my head. Think positively. I think that translates to business, personal life, you know, your marriage life, friendships. Be positive and just, you know, always be that support if somebody needs you, and vice versa. If you need support, seek it out from other people.
Have you heard of the law of attraction?
Of course.
Of course, what we put out is what we get back. And of course, it's normal to be angry and frustrated. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and that's normal. But I think to recenter for me is really, really important. Back to focusing on the blessings and the gratitude. And you can't help but be happy if you recognize your blessings, right? Like these cookies, my friend. As
They're
we
getting
wrap the
closer to
show.
me.
Now you need to let me know. This is a new
They're
recipe.
in a bag from Gala Apples.
Well, you know, I'm a
How are the apples?
repurposing guy. Those are not Gala apples.
We didn't talk about our composting at the Alehouse, but
Oh,
that's
we'll have
okay.
to touch on that. But you guys are actively composting.
Actively composting all of our food waste. If you
love
have a
that.
plastic cup in your hand, what you think is plastic at the Alehouse is not plastic. It's all compostable. It goes to the Picken County landfill
I love it.
and becomes soil. So
I love
we're
it.
proud about that. So feel free to drop in and ask us about our composting program.
Thanks
But
for
we're
doing
very
that.
proud about it.
Thanks for doing it. Thanks for being here today. Did you have fun on the show today?
Lots of fun.
Thank you
I
for-
want to come back.
You will be back. Thank you for what you're doing
Hey.
at Highlands Alehouse. Really appreciate you. And thank you guys for watching this week on The Local Show.
The Gonzo Foundation is a nonprofit organization created to promote literature, journalism, and political activism through the legacy of Hunter S. Thompson, and is a proud supporter of The Local Show and GrassRoots TV. For more information, visit thegonzofoundation.org.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Sundog Athletics, Aspen's Adventure Sports School, is your opportunity to experience private, all-inclusive snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and fat biking instructional adventures that will improve your safety, performance, and enjoyment.
Welcome to